cereal can provide a lot of benefits and health benefits. It's one of the #1 breakfast items that many of us eat. Yet when it comes to added sugars, or just the sugar that's in cereal, we talked about fructose is the natural sugar that is in fruit, and lactose is the natural sugar that is in milk. But when it comes to many of our whole grains, they are added sugars that are going in. I mean, there are just some carbohydrate properties of a lot of flours and things like that, but many added sugars go in. So last night I decided to do something I've been wanting to do for a long time, because this was the perfect opportunity to show just how much sugar is in various cereals. So on these little cups that I have down here, I've told for years that Cheerios is just about the healthiest cereal that it is that you can eat. And from a recent hotel stay that I thought would be a snack and didn't end up eating it, but here is the size, the appropriate size of cereal. It's generally going to be 3/4 cup to a cup. You need to, again, read your labels to see what that is. 60 calories for this one, 12 grams of carbohydrate. 1/4 teaspoon of sugar is going to be the sugar that is in. It has 1 gram of sugar. So 1 gram of sugar is the equivalent of 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. So I don't have all those other boxes, but so I did some research online. So many times we also think of Rice Krispie and Special K as also good cereal choices. They are still good cereal choices, but they do actually have 4 grams of sugar or a teaspoon of sugar. Life cereal gets us up to 1.5 teaspoons of sugar that is included. And this is, again, when we do our 1 cup or 3/4 cup portion of cereal. Special K with berries. Whenever we see Special K, we think that it's automatically healthier for us, okay? But the Special K with the berries, again, with how they process the berries and how it is processed, and this one, I've lost my little cheat. I left my cheat sheet at home. I believe it's 2 teaspoons is what is in here. Honey Nut Cheerios, again, we're up to about 2¼ teaspoons. Frosted Mini Wheats, you can see we're continuing to gain in sugar as we go along. This one is 2½, I believe. We are now up to 3 teaspoons, and this is Fruit Loops, okay? So, as we were growing up, I loved Fruit Loops. I'd be the first one to say. I mean, we've fed it to our children. Apple Jacks is around that same level, actually 3 to actually, I think it's a little bit more. Frosted Flakes, just under 4 teaspoons. Kellogg's Honey Smacks is one of the articles that I read has the most. It's actually a little over 4 teaspoons. And then just for kicks, because let's face it, many times we eat more than it is what a portion size is. So if you were to eat 2 servings or 2 cups of Fruit Loops, it's over 6 teaspoons of sugar. Look how much sugar is in here. That is a lot of sugar. So the visual sometimes is more powerful than anything that I can tell you. So I just thought, why not? This is something that we can save and do many other experiments on, or share this with others. Now another thing is if you're looking for a snack that's about just 150 calories. So again, if you're just driving along and you pick up a small bag of potato chips, the Lay's potato chips. This bag has 160 calories, about 15 grams of carbohydrate. So it's actually a perfect, that's a starch exchange for somebody watching their sugars. This is how much you would get for that. Again, your small bag. Same with Panera. It actually looks a little bit less, but it's going to be close. It's about 150 in calories. 2 more grams of carbohydrates, actually. With the peas that we had, and again, the reason that I brought the peas is, number one, I like this. The biggest reason that I like it is because it actually adds some fiber. So you're getting 3 grams of fiber. Sometimes we want to have that crunch. I realize that. I'm a person that I definitely have to have a little something sweet after I eat a meal, but I also like the salty and I like the crunch. So looking for things that are going to provide a little bit more nutritional value. And again, it's not that I would definitely want anybody to eat the whole bag at one point in time, but if you're looking for the crunch, it is something where, number one, you can have about 22 pieces per serving here, but that's 120 calories. So I actually added about 4 or 5. I didn't calculate it out. But again, you get, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but as you're eating them, that's about how many you would eat. For another protein alternative, these were really big at the show last year, the chickpeas. And I don't know if you've seen these recipes. I pinned a few of these off of Pinterest where you can make your own little chickpea snacks. So you take your chickpeas with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of sea salt. They have a lot of garlic parmesan recipes that are out there, all different ones where you bake them off. But anyway, this has 7 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber, and 64% less fat than a bag of peanuts. So this would be a serving of chickpeas. Again, an alternative protein snack that's just something that we could eat. And then here was the big one. So if you are a person that likes popcorn, and granted this is the skinny popcorn, so there are other versions. Again, I'm not necessarily promoting brands, but just trying to get you to look. This would then also have 150 calories. 3 3/4 cups of popcorn is equivalent to anything in these bowls. So if you are having the munchies, and you know that it's going to go more than just eating the small little bag, if you like popcorn, this is going to be one of those healthy alternatives for you. And then to throw it all off, or you could eat this entire bag of carrots for 150 calories. Okay. So when you look at from the health point, sometimes we just need to kind of visualize where it all is from a calorie standpoint. And granted, they're all going to provide, again, we could even put a cup of yogurt there because it was about the same, but all of those are going to provide about the same amount of calories. What is it that's going to fill you up and give you some good nutrition along with it?